Hello, people. Well, been a long time since I did the video. Yeah, way overdue for one. Anyway, people talk about the fantasies of passport bros and feel like they're being led down the fantasy. Look, it there's some great things about being a passport bro, and there's some negative stuff. Cons and pros, right? Everything's got it. Now, I know I've heard in the past that some girls would fling themselves to you. When I went 10 years ago, it may have been a little bit longer than that. I think it was about 11, maybe 12 years ago. Anyway, girls weren't throwing themselves at me. I was rejected 9 times. Now, that was a pretty hard blow. So don't think just because you're going up there that girls are, no, they don't. I mean, when I walked around, people treated me like just like a regular Joe. I mean, the people that really treated me like celebrities were like the taxi cab drivers, horse and buggies, and people like that. But everybody else, I walked around, and it was pretty normal. You really, my problem was when I first went was I still acted like I was in America. I still thought I was going to be yelled at, screamed upon when I got rejected and stuff like that. So I didn't approach too many women. I tried to pick them up online and then meet them in person. And to be honest, there was a girl, I was waiting for one girl at Starbucks coffee shop. And basically this other girl came along and she sat down beside me in the next table over. Beautiful thing. But I felt I had an obligation to meet the girl that was supposed to be coming. Boy, that was a mistake. I wish I had just said at the call. And I didn't realize the other girl liked me until I watched another guy's video umpteen years later, right? And he was like, he said he sat at one table and the girl was there for hours. And I mean, I was at Starbucks for hours too. Like just almost the same thing. Where she sat there, she was quiet, she was just there for hours, and I'm sitting there waiting for the girl that I was supposed to meet for hours by the time she came around. And she was there for at least, I think I was there for at least 2 hours, maybe 3. I couldn't remember how long I was waiting. It was a while. And the girl was right next to me, waiting for a while. And I looked at her, and she was gorgeous, and I should have talked to her. Anyway, well, at the end of that situation, the girl that came and got me didn't look nothing like her picture. She modified that picture so bad it was not even funny. And I wish I had just walked away and said, nope, don't want to. But I went to the movies with her so no one would see me. And then I ended it after the movie. But I really wish I ended it before and went and talked to the other girl. But that time, some other guy was talking to her. So I didn't really bother with it. But I kind of wish I did talk to her. But I remember, I'm sorry, I went off course. But the other guy was saying, and then when he went up and wondered why, he kept questioning, why is she still there by herself? And all. He finally went over there and talked to her. And bam, they hit it off, and he was riding on her moped elsewhere down south. And he asked what she was doing. She was like, I'm waiting for you to talk to me. The things you just don't know until you hear other people's story. And the same thing happened to me. The only difference is I never went to talk to her. I ended up going out with this other girl that didn't look nothing like her video. And I regretted that situation. But anyway, so the key is to go up and meet girls. And, you'll get rejected. But one thing I will say, when I got rejected from all the girls that I actually did see, It wasn't that bad. They weren't rude about it. They were pretty cool, you know. I mean, overall, I couldn't get over my pride because I'm thinking I'm American. Girls gonna love me, yeah. And it didn't turn out that way, and it really was a blow to me. One of my boys was like, if you can't get a girl in the Philippines, you might as well pack it up. You ain't can't get a girl nowhere. So, you know, part of my ego was really destroyed after the 9 rejections. And I was taking it like it was America and not like the Philippines. They were really nice. I could have kept on going. I should have kept running out trying to meet girls and talk to them, but I didn't. Because I kept having this mentality that it was like America, and it wasn't. I could see the difference. I was talking to the difference, but I still had it in my head that it was America. I couldn't get over it. So I lost out on a lot of opportunity that I should have been making. And in the end, I ended up talking back to the girl I was originally supposed to meet. Back then, I was working at Target, broke, and I was barely making ends meet. So when I went up there, I really didn't have much money. I didn't know nothing about the black cab. Oh, the black cab broke me on so many levels. One of the biggest mistakes I did was I went and I booked my plane ticket to come at night. That's where I really messed up. And then I let the cab, instead of demanding the cab to take me back to my spot, I let it take me to the strip club because that's what they're paid to do. And it was really funny because at the end of the situation, I spent a whole lot of money at that club, and I didn't know it was the expensive one. If I'd known all that stuff, I wouldn't have gone there. I would have went to a way cheaper place. But, you know, I wasn't expecting to be there, so it took me off guard. So I was like, hey, I'm here. There's women. Let's talk to them. So, you know, the black cab automatically took me to a strip club. And these guys are no English, very superb, right? And they're paid to take you to the strip club first before they take you to the hotel. That's what they're paid to do. So, I mean, I was just listening to the airport guys. Everybody, have you been here? And I said, nope, nothing. He pointed me to the black cab. And I didn't realize, and I spent way too much money. Especially for working for Target, I was pretty much already spent half of my money already on something I didn't want to do, or hadn't planned to do on the very first night. So good grief. So I ended up going to get some other stuff that I wanted done. I was originally supposed to meet a girl coming up there, but we had a fight. Things like that. But anyway, yeah, it's not what... Don't believe that women are just going to jump on you. You know, girls ain't going to just say yes because you're American. You got to talk to them, get to know them. It's really just making contact, being yourself, and getting that mentality that it's not America. It's really a must to get out of your head. And don't be afraid to talk to women. I was shy. I lost out on so much. And I mean, granted, I haven't been back in the last 12 years I haven't been due to other issues and situations came across, and I was trying to do things, and a lot of things didn't pan out the way I wanted. Next, you know, years flown by, COVID, all that stuff happened, and things kept stopping me from going back. But I really did enjoy my time. One thing I will say, I really loved it there, and if I could have done everything I did over, I would have planned to live there because I loved it there. It was nice. It was peaceful. I didn't feel stressed like I do in America. It was a whole different ballgame. So that's why I do promote Passport Bros. Women weren't loud and vulgar like I saw back at home. It was a different experience, and I really enjoyed it. I just wish it didn't take me so many years to get my act together. I never even thought about living there till my bro watched Guapo and Travel OG and said, "Lawrence, why don't you live there?" I was always trying to find a way to have them live here and all that, and things weren't panning out the way I wanted. And I kept figuring out why. Every time I thought I got 1 inch closer, I was far away. But anyway, so my bro's like, "Why don't you live in the Philippines?" I was like, "Who?" I never occurred to me. And if I had to do everything, I would have bought everything early. I would have done everything before the rush happened, before everyone started trying to run up to the Philippines and Thailand and all that. Before Travel OG was a thing, I would have done it all. It never occurred to me. And if I could have redone it, that would have been the first thing I did. Vented. So it's important to vent your girls, guys. It's important to vent any woman. I don't care where you are. Just because they're in the Philippines or Thailand or anything, doesn't mean they're not Americanized. Some of them watch the internet. Some of them are corrupted by the internet. So you really got to vent these girls before you don't even invest in it. It's just, don't invest in no woman till you've been there, till you met them in person, till you got to know them. You ain't got to rush it, but don't take forever either. So it's like a mixture, you want to get to know. Like they said, sometimes you're never with the first girl you met. I mean, I had met one girl online, and I didn't end up with her. And I met several girls online, and I ended up being with the one girl online for 15 years. But, I mean, I can't say I'm been with her because a lot of guys say, "Oh, you haven't met her." So, but we've been together for 15 years. I've been trying to sort my life out, to be honest. And I still haven't sorted it out, which is a little tough. That's why I would never give you financial advice. I'm just saying that living in the Philippines was a wonderful experience. For the one time I did, I was there for I think about 21, maybe 30 days, close enough. About 3 weeks, I would say. About 3 weeks, so 21 days. And the whole entire time I was renting a condo, and it was peaceful. I mean, I took girls up there, we talked. I really wasn't trying to smash them. I really didn't care to. I've always wanted more of a relationship than I wanted just a smash girl. So I just wanted to take time to get to know them. I mean, it's really up to you. I don't care how you do things. I'm not going to sit here and play you and say, "Oh, I was out there I was smashing every girl who came along." No, I didn't. I really wasn't looking for that. I was really just trying to find a girl that I had a genuine connection and I wanted to spend my life with. So a lot of things went differently. But anyway, I mean, don't expect girls to be throwing at you. I mean, I don't know where these guys got that from. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying don't expect it. I walked past and I was pretty much a common person. They acted like I was just a normal person everywhere. So I'm gonna tell you, you gotta make moves. You gotta talk to girls. You gotta get this mentality that you're not in America no more. You don't need to be. And I only suggest being a passport bro if you don't like the women in the Western world, in the Matrix, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and leave this place. You saving $20,000 for a wedding in America, or you paying $2,000 for a plane ticket to see a girl and pay a couple $100 for a wedding, whoop-de-doo, I mean, to me, they both balance out. I think the passport road may be a little bit cheaper if you ask me. But, compared to a $20,000 or $30,000 wedding, you buy $100, $200 ring in the Philippines. I mean, to me, it's a lot simpler. And you have your kid there; they got great education, and you don't believe all these women about there's no great education because half those women are working in America. If you look in the nursing area, Philippines, you look at so you can't tell me they ain't got no great education. 1 + 1 = 2 everywhere except for the women's math, of course, in the modern women's math. So don't be afraid to go out there. Try. I mean, don't have to be Philippines. Don't have to be Thailand. You could be Dominican Republic, Colombia, wherever you desire. If you're not happy with what's going on in America or in UK or in the Western world, try a different country. Maybe you'll find what you like. There. I mean, sure, all you gotta do, what your type is. Just look for the general places that passport bros tell you, like Ukraine. Unfortunately, Ukraine's on the war, so you're not going to be able to go there. But there are other countries like Georgia, Poland, other places that girls that are, if you want to get a white girl, the Asian places. You've seen enough places like Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, and the list goes on. And the black and Hispanic girls down in Colombia and all that stuff, in the Dominican Republic. Look, there's no reason why you got to be stuck in a place where they don't want you. So what? I'm going to tell you, who cares if they don't want you here? Who cares if the only reason why you're going over there is for a chick? You got one life to live. Be happy. Find that girl that makes you happy. I'm not saying you're gonna hit a home run when you get off the plane. I'm never gonna tell you that. But I'm sure you can find somebody that's gonna make you happy. If you talk to women, if you get in there and if you approach them, don't be scared, don't be shy, whatever you want to call it. They're not going to treat you like American. They're not going to get yelled and vulgar. Yeah, maybe a little disappointed when you get rejected, but you can always dust yourself back off and get back in it. I wish I had done it when I first went. But I got a girl online that I'm talking to, and I'll see what happens from there. And don't be afraid, guys. Make it happen. You got a life. Live it. Save that money. You start wasting your money on these girls and stuff. You ain't achieving nothing with them. Nothing. You don't even know you're talking to them. Why are you wasting your money when you can have a real girl? A real life. Real enjoyment. Try something different. All you guys that don't get girls here in America and UK, don't go. No point. You're happy with the women you got. Don't go. But for the rest of us who ain't happy with the choices we have, and it's hard to find those so-called good women and feel like needle in a haystack, stop. Just save your money and go somewhere where the women are your type and you can enjoy yourself. Well, that's all I got to say for now. Good luck to you guys. I'm just trying to give you the best advice I can give you. You can take it, you can mix it up a little bit, whatever. But please, guys, when you go to the Philippines, vent these girls. These girls are just like American. Some of them are tainted by the internet. So you got to be careful when you date these women. No matter if they're Philippines, Thailand, wherever, you got to make sure you get to know them, or you'll get played. I mean, so be careful, guys. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Good luck and take care.